Good morning, grade 7. Welcome to another session of social studies. Today's topic is to do the short activities in today's lesson. Our objectives: we're going to identify the tools meteorologists use to track a storm, explain the procedures of the Met Office for an upcoming storm, track a given storm using coordinates. Tracking a hurricane. How do we know when a hurricane is coming? The meteorologists use a variety of tools to track a storm's path. They use a radar, on-plane sensors, drop zone, satellite imagery, and hurricane hunters. So I'm going to let you watch a short video, and I need you to pay close attention because I'll ask at least 3 questions from this video, and we will see how well you listen attentively.
The Caribbean, even though she knows a hurricane is bearing down right now. So how do we know storms are going to hit so far in advance? Hope it doesn't ruin your vacay, Liz. Hey everyone, thanks for watching D-News today. I'm Trace. From a scientific perspective, hurricanes are amazing to behold. Their raw, powerful nature in all its destructive glory. But humanity's constructions and alterations to our environment don't really hold up well to 100-mile-an-hour winds or the sea's violent encroachment onto the shore. Hurricanes form when warm, moist tropical air rises, letting cooler air fall in to the now low-pressure area below. As it heats, that then rises too, letting more cool air move in, and over time this causes a cycling, swirling mass of air, pressure, and wind that speeds up before being thrown away from the tropics, sometimes in the direction of land. Category 5 hurricanes are the most powerful storms on Earth and can create 155-mile-an-hour winds and 19-foot surges of water called storm surge. Needless to say, it helps to know that they're coming so we can hightail it out of the way. In 1937, a surprise hurricane hit New England and killed 600 people. Before we could predict them, we had to learn how they formed and how to track them. In the earliest days of hurricane prediction, the best we could do was fly out and meet it. Pilots literally flew toward a storm to learn more about them. We've been flying into hurricanes since 1943, when members of the Army Air Corps flew into a hurricane off the coast of Texas, sporting 132-mile-an-hour winds. These brave men learned about how hurricane air temperatures change from the edge of a storm moving into the interior, and were able to track the storm on a path, laying a foundation for the first hurricane warning predictions. A year later in 1944, pilots were able to get warning to New England, and only 50 were killed when a hurricane struck. Hurricane prediction can save hundreds of lives. Now in the 21st century, with all this technology around us, we are still flying into storms. It's still one of the best ways we know to learn about them. The hurricane hunters are part of the 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Squadron 403rd Wing, and they are the only operational unit in the world flying weather reconnaissance on a routine basis. They provide surveillance of tropical storms and hurricanes all over the world and deliver that information to the World Meteorological Association's Miami Regional Specialized Meteorological Center, or RSMC. Today, the planes are equipped with more than just thermometers. They have data-gathering tools to map winds and formations, and planes deploy drop wind zones throughout the storms. Drop wind zones are expendable parachuted cylinders that measure temperature, pressure, winds, and humidity every half second. That information is supported by satellites from NASA, ocean buoys from NOAA, and ground stations and monitoring platforms spread across Earth's continents, islands, and oceans. All this data is relayed to the RSMCs in Miami, Honolulu, New Delhi, Tokyo, Nadi in the Pacific, and La Reunion off the coast of Madagascar. RSMCs are the front line for informing the public about any upcoming storm, but first, we have to know exactly what we're dealing with. Once they have all this data, scientists plug it in
Okay, can anyone tell me based on
to constantly revised and updated computer models. NOAA, the national
the video just was shown, what year did they first fly into a hurricane? Anyone knows what year? You can type it in the question and answer box. I said, listen carefully now, what year? Okay, if you said 1943, you are correct. Can anyone tell me the name of the persons who fly into the hurricane? What is the name of the persons who fly in the hurricane? Hurricane hunters, you are correct. You're some smart boys and girls, you're paying attention. And one last thing, what did they drop in the hurricane to record data? What's the name of the instrument they dropped in the hurricane? Who can remember? Okay, some good tries. If you said drop soon, you are correct. So we are going on. Okay, so we're gonna go on. I'm gonna share my screen again. Just a little technical difficulty. And we will continue with today's lesson. Okay, it should work now. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're back on track. So again, the persons who fly into a hurricane is called hurricane hunters. Okay, now they use special aircrafts that fly into or around a tropical cyclone to gather information or data. Now, I want you to tell me, how would you feel if you were in that aircraft flying into that storm? Would you feel afraid? Some persons are excited. How would you feel? Oh, wow. You have mixed feelings. I would feel afraid. You know what it is to go in a dangerous storm? So these are brave persons who risk their lives to get data to make sure that they save other lives from persons who are in different countries to let them know that a hurricane is coming. Now, they gather data. This data is fed into a statistical and dynamical model that generates many variation of possible paths and intensity. So this is inside one of the aircrafts, and you notice that hurricane hunters are not only men, they are women also. The planes carry radars, weather instruments, and other items that determine temperature, air pressure, wind speed, wind direction that is in the hurricane. So this is a picture of how a drop zone looks. A drop zone is an instrument or weather instrument that is dropped out of an aircraft into a hurricane to collect data. These data are temperature, air pressure, wind speed, and direction. Now, this picture, you could see the aircraft is flying into. Anyone could tell me that correct. So the plane to your left is a hurricane hunter's plane that they fly into the center of the hurricane, which is the eye, the calmest part. Now, they're not going to fly where the spiral bands or the rain bands is because they can get killed. So they fly into the center, and to your right, this is a plane inside of the hurricane. So what happens in the Bahamas when a system poses a threat? The forecaster shall notify the directors. Then they will inform agencies such as NEMA and Red Cross. Now, let me see if anyone can remember what NEMA is based on. Anyone could just take a guess. What do you think NEMA is? What is that acronym stand for? For those persons who do not know, it is the National Emergency Management Agency. And of course, everyone knows Red Cross. So they help in time of national disaster. They would give you clothes, food, shelter, and they actually help rescue people when they are trapped in a hurricane with the help of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. The Bahamas government worked in tandem with the National Hurricane Center, Bahamas and in times of national disaster, also by giving them alerts, watch, and warnings. They broadcast 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. until the storm has passed. Now, I taught you in the prior class what watch and warning were, but do we know what alert is? Let's see. Alert is when a tropical storm or hurricane approaches a country within 60 hours. That's 2.5 days. However, the warning is within 36 hours. Sorry, the watch is within 36 hours and the warning is in 24. So first we have an alert, 60 hours, a watch, 36 hours, and a warning, 24 hours. Now that we know the instruments that are used to track a storm and we know the process in which the government takes, we're going to track a hurricane by ourselves. Let's see if we can do that. So you have to pay attention first, but before we even actually do this assignment. So I need you to pay attention. How to track a hurricane. You must determine the latitude of the storm. Now, anyone can remember what direction from your prior classes in school latitude runs? What direction the latitude lines run? Anyone can remember? Type it in the question and answer box. If you said west to east, you are correct. But they are measured from north to south. I'm going to show you on the picture to your right. You notice that the lines are running. The blue and the red lines, they are the latitude lines. The middle line is the equator, which is at 0 degrees. So anything that is above the equator is north, and anything below is from the equator. Okay, even though they run from east to west. So if you look right here, where it says 30 degrees north and 60 degrees west, any time second point, you must determine the longitude line. Now, anyone can remember what direction longitude line runs. Remember longitude line, what direction it runs. I'm going to give you a hint, up and down. You could type it in the question and answer box. What direction latitude lines run? If you said, let's see, north and south, you are correct. So you can see the red and blue lines. They are the longitude lines in the picture that you can see right here. However, they are measured from west to east. So the line, and as west. So once you determine or a symbol. Now remember, we learned 2 symbols for the past 2 classes. A hurricane symbol, as you can see right here, is a black swirl. And the tropical sign or symbol, be the black swirl with the flare or a hurricane. You will place it on your map, as you can see right here. So let's do it step by step now. Now I'm giving you a coordinate of 20 degrees north and 75 degrees west. I'm going to take my time with you. I'm going to go slowly so you can understand. So they give us our coordinates. Our coordinates are 20 degrees north and 75 degrees west. So remember we said we locate the latitude line first, and the latitude line will be the first degree that you see, which is 20 degrees north. So as I'm going over here, the lines that are going across, you see 20 degrees north right here where I'm pointing. I find 20 degrees north, and you can see where my green line lands. That is 20 degrees north. Then you'll go and find your second coordinate, which is 75 degrees west, which is a longitude line. It's right here. And as you can see, we found the coordinates for this hurricane that was placed on this map. Now, let's see if we could do this all by ourselves. So do not get scared. Once you find the first coordinate first, and then the second coordinate, wherever it intersects or meet, that's where the hurricane symbol will be drawn. okay, or the tropical symbol. So we're going to another slide. So you're going to take that folder sheet first, and you're going to label it A to E. Now, I already have the tropical storms and the hurricanes already drawn on the map. So you don't have to worry about drawing anything. You're going to find the coordinates. How are we going to find the coordinates? Of course, you know, I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'll leave you all by yourself. So I'm going to do the first one for you. And then I will give you 3 minutes to complete the remaining 4. So let's try this now. A, we're going to do A together. So A, and before we start, is it a tropical storm or a hurricane? Type it in the box. What do you think? A is a tropical storm or a hurricane? I need you to type it in, so we have to identify what it is first. Is it a tropical storm or a hurricane? Okay, those who said tropical storm, you are correct. Remember, once it has a white center in the middle of it, it will be a tropical storm. But if the spiral is completely dark or black or whatever color they use, it is a hurricane. So let's see if we can find A. Now it says that we must find the latitude line. So the latitude line go across. So let's see. I need you to type it in the box. Tell me what latitude line A is on. That's the line that is going across. Type it in your box before I show you how to do it. The latitude line will be, type it in quickly before I say the answer, 15 degrees. You see the line going across, that's going in the center of that tropical storm. And then you will find the longitude line, that's the line that goes up and down or north to south, that is passing through the center of the storm. Type in the answer, please. What is the longitude line? What's the coordinate for the longitude line? Type it in the box quickly. If you said 60 degrees, you are correct. So let me show you how we got it. Okay, so everyone see where 15 is? So the latitude line that goes across is 15 degrees. You see where my green line is? Yes. And the longitude line, we said, that's the one that north to south or up and down. That's the red line. And we got 60 degrees. So our answer should be tropical storm, 15 degrees, comma, 60 degrees west. So it's 15 degrees north and 60 degrees west. Now, do not get scared. I want you to try it. So we're going to do B, C, and D. You're going to take 3 minutes to complete it on your sheet of paper, and then we are going to go over the answer. Let's see who can get 4 out of 4. It's not 5 out of 5 because I did the first one for you. So let's see who can get 4 out of 4. So you have 3 minutes. I will time you. Okay, when you're complete, press type and done in the question and answer box. When you complete. Okay, you have 1 more minute. I see some person that finished already. We have some smart boys and girls. Okay, so we're gonna do each one together. And if you got it correct, you're gonna give yourself just a small tick on the paper, and then you're gonna put it out of 4, and then we will see you got all right, and then we'll do who got 3, 2, and that's how we'll go on. So let's start with B. Okay, so we have to find the latitude line that runs through B. And as you can see, it is 15 degrees north. And then you got to find the longitude line. That's the one that runs from north to south, that runs through B, which is 65 degrees west. And then you must write down, so if you didn't write it down, you better hurry up, write it down, whether it is a tropical storm or a hurricane. And let's see what the answer is. Tropical storm, 15 degrees north, 65 degrees west. You got it correct. Give yourself a pat on the back and make sure to take it, please. Let's try C. Now let's identify it first. So if you want to put it in the question answer box, that's fine. Identify it. Is it a tropical storm or a hurricane? If you said that it is a hurricane, you are correct, yes. And let's see how we got the answer now. We are looking at the line that runs through it from west to east or across. And that is 20 degrees north. Then we're looking at the longitude line that runs through it north to south, which is 70 degrees west. So the answer should be, let's see, hurricane 20 degrees north, 70 degrees west. So those who got it correct, you're some smart boys and girls. Let's try D. Let's try D now. Quickly type it in the box, guys. I'm saying, what is it, a tropical storm or a hurricane? Type it quickly. So if you said hurricane, you are correct. Now let's see which answer is the coordinates that you will be giving me today. The line that goes across or through it, which is a latitude line from west to east, will be 20 degrees. And let's look at longitude line, 70 degrees west. That's north to south. So your answer should be hurricanes, 20 degrees north, 70 degrees west. And the last one, let's try the last one, and that's E. It is a hurricane. The line that goes across the latitude line, which is west to east, is 25 degrees north. And the longitude line that goes north to south is 80 degrees. Your answer should be hurricane, 25 degrees north, 80 degrees west. So those who got all right, be honest now. Type it in the box. If you got 4 to 4, type it in. Type your answer if you got 4 to 4. If you got 3 to 4, type it in. Oh, we some smart boys and girls. Okay. Only 10 questions, guys. Who will be the smartest 7th grader for this session? Name the instrument that is not used to track a hurricane. Keyword not. Radar and on-beam sensors, drop zone and satellite images, CT scan and sunshine recorder. Which one not used to track a hurricane? Okay, answer should be locked in by now. I know it's a little lag with the internet, but we will bear with it. because we need to see who will be the smartest seventh grader for this session. Okay. Okay, 93 persons got it correct. Brave is on top with 983 points. What is the name of the people who track hurricanes? Halloween hunters or hurricane hunters? Which one? Halloween hunters or hurricane hunters? Now this is an easy one. What is the name of the people who track hurricanes? Okay, answers are coming in. We have 122 answers in. It's coming in. 29, 30. Okay, answer should be locked. Wow. Oh, I am so proud of you guys. 146 persons got it correct. Okay, Bree is on top of the leaderboard with 2,058 points. I see Big Daddy Glenn is trying to creep up also. And Kamari, Cam, and Unene is on the leaderboard again. Let's see if she will win again this time. Updates are broadcast on the news at 6 a.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m. until the storm has passed. Pause. Okay. Answers are coming in. We are there. 122 persons got it correct. The answer is true. Wow, we have Kamari in the lead now with 3,215 points. What is the name of the instrument that is dropped in a hurricane to collect data? A drop zone or a drop sun? Which one? Look at the spelling of it now. Okay. Those persons who said, should I say the color? Red, you should have gotten it correct. Yes, 140 persons got it correct. Oh, every time you have a new person on the leaderboard on top, Big Daddy Glenn, 4,418 points. This can be a stiff competition today. Who will be the smartest 7th grader? When plotting a storm on a map, you need to find the nighttime first. Which night is said first? I'll give you a hint. The one that goes across from west to east. The line that goes across from west to east. Which one do we find first? Okay. 104 persons got it correct. Big Daddy Glenn is still on top. Question number 6. Blank and blank are 2 agencies that help with the nation disasters. Red Flag, Ken and CARICOM, NEMA, and Red Cross. Which one is the answer? Okay. Answer should be in. Okay, 125 persons got it correct. We are on a roll today. Question number 7. When a tropical storm or a hurricane is approaching a country within 36 hours, now remember those times, 36 hours. Watch, warning, or alert. I'll give you a hint. It's between watch and warning. Okay. Answer should be in. The answer is watch is the answer. Those who got watch, you are correct. Okay, we have a new leader. They love Tia, underscore Tia, 8,328 points. Question number 8. When a tropical storm or a hurricane is approaching a country within 60 hours or 2.5 days, 2.5 days. Now, this is the new one we learned today. Okay, answer should be in. Okay, 73 persons got it correct. Question number 9, and then one more, and we'll see who will be the smartest 7th grader. When a tropical storm or hurricane is approaching a country within 24 hours. And the answer is Okay. Last question. We didn't get it this time. Yes. Last question. Thea Love. They love T underscore is still in the lead. Give the coordinates of this hurricane. Last question. If you can see the coordinates of this hurricane. And hint, this is the question that we had at the beginning. This is the first one. Okay, who will be the smartest 7th grader for this session? Wow, 100% got it correct. Okay, drum rolls. Kaylin in 3rd, Ashley 242 in 2nd, and in 1st place, they love underscore Tia. Congratulations, baby girl. Okay. We are now to the end of our sessions. My name is Mrs. Woodside. On behalf of Ms. Evans and Ms. Penman Hannah, who is answering your question, it was our pleasure. We will see you again next week, Tuesday at 9 a.m.
The Bahamas' coat of arms is a collection of elements indigenous and important to our country. The pretty pink conch shell at the top symbolizes the marine life of the Bahamas. The wavy green palms around it symbolizes the natural vegetation we possess. The Santa Maria flagship of Christopher Columbus appears on the shield of the coat of arms. Waves of blue and white represent the crystal clear waters surrounding the islands. The sun at the head of the shield signifies the bright, sunny climate we experience year-round. It also indicates the bright future of the Bahamas. A blue marlin, the national fish, and a flamingo, the national bird, support the shield. Forward, upward, onward, together. The national motto is at its base. Did you know that a national competition was held to produce the motto? The winners, Vivian Moultrie and Melbourne Bow, were both 11-year-old students. Hervis Bain, a renowned Bahamian artist, prepared the preliminary design of the coat of arms.
The lignum vitae is the national tree of the Bahamas. It is very big and strong, and it takes a long time to grow. It has little purple flowers on the tips of the branches. The lignum vitae is called by many names. It is known as the tree of life. Some Bahamians boil the bark of the tree and use it as medicine. It is also called iron wood because it is one of the hardest woods in the world.